absolutely adore the heat, the sun. That's one thing. I mean, I lived in Hawaii for 2+ years, loving it because of the heat, because of it always being nice and warm and such like that. So anyways, I went to hot yoga, and I had about 2 weeks ago asked one of the women that work there if they were hiring, because there was like something that was telling me that I should ask, and I always kind of like trust that internal intuition of like whatever that message comes through, and I trust it. I allow myself to speak it. And so I pretty much said, are you guys hiring? And she said, oh, well, the manager's not here right now, but definitely, check back in and leave a resume, and more than happy to check that out. And, there's always opportunities, in the future. And so today at Hot 8 Yoga, the manager came up to me and she goes, are you Emily? And I said, yeah. And she goes, oh, I heard some great things about you. I heard that you're potentially interested in a job here. And I said, oh my God, yeah, I actually am. And just having her kind of approach me was like really, really nice, and just really kind of like, I don't know, it just like tickled my skin. I just was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like for someone to kind of just like acknowledge where, I don't know, it felt really good. So I sat with her and we talked and we discussed like scheduling, and I have been wanting to work in a yoga studio for a couple years now. I haven't really put a lot of effort into creating that into my reality, but the thought was there a lot. And the thought was there a lot. The action, not so much, but the thought was for sure. And so after our discussion and stuff, basically I called my boss at Air One to see if we could kind of work with the scheduling that Hot 8 Yoga is wanting from me. And so we'll see. I'm going to be hopefully talking to Nicole, the woman at Hot 8 Yoga this afternoon, to see if that can work out. And if not, it's okay, but I have a good feeling about it. I'm just going to keep positive and keep no expectation, but just keep positive around it. And this being said, I actually had a resume on my bed this morning to bring to a cafe that's right across the street, because I have been desiring to bring in another like 10 to 15 hours a week in order to have a little bit more income so that I could get this car that I've been wanting. And for me to have like the discussion today at Hot 8 Yoga was way more in alignment with that versus working at a cafe, which, not to say that the cafe wouldn't be fun and I wouldn't learn a lot and enjoy my time. It's definitely something that could still be potentially happening, if this doesn't work out. But it was so cool because it kind of was like, wow, I was going to bring this resume to this one job today. And then spontaneously enough, I had this like basically walk-in interview at a job that I would actually enjoy 10 times more. Basically my process around wanting to talk about this is really just to kind of vent, shed it out, open up. Sometimes I go all over the place with what I discuss, and that's okay because I have no judgment towards myself on it. I just allow myself and thoughts to come through. This is also a sign of releasing just anything. It actually helps me motivate me too during my hike. I'm going to just set that here for a second. Hello. So, sorry, I'm gonna have some water. So important. It's really nice out today. It's beautiful, but hydration is key. Got my glass bottle with me. recycled from one of the juices I used to get a lot. I recycle pretty much all my glass. Like this morning, I had made these muffins for a client of mine. It required applesauce, and I don't eat applesauce personally, but I enjoy apples. I just don't really, I'm not a fan of applesauce. But anyways, the jar was so cool, and I took the label off, and I'm excited to use that for like nuts or grains or whatever comes to mind. But I think that utilizing all of the containers that have had previous food in them and using them for like Tupperware has really given me an abundance of Tupperware. Like, I really don't have to buy glass Tupperware because I have so much now. So that's fun. But yeah, so anyways, whew. What else? So definitely excited about the aspect of having a car. So this is one thing actually I'm going to talk about. See this line right here? This line right here? Okay. Back in the day, a friend of mine, well, I should say my ex, said that that line represented anger. And, you know, it's so funny is because I sometimes have it like more intensely and I can notice it, and I notice it more like, I notice it now because of just like being aware of it, right? So it's like sometimes we're not even aware of what's going on in our physical body because like we don't really know it, we don't know the difference, what it would be like without it. But it's funny because some days I see it more pronounced and some days than some days. It's really interesting. I find the physical body and the spiritual body so fascinating. Whew. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flower, and growing at each moment and opening up more and more with every sunshine day that hits it, and acknowledging the days that are a little bit more not so sunny, because those are days to appreciate as well, because those days might be harder on the flowers. They might be more in you know, they might hurt the flowers in some way, or might kind of, you know, close them up, or whatever it is. It might, you know, kind of hit them in certain aspects. But it's cool because this analogy is always a fun one. It's like, yes, those moments come, and they will come. They always do come. Days are not always sunny. It's just the reality of life. And the reality of life is that we have days that are sunny, days that are gloomy, days that are rainy, days that are stormy, days that have thunder. And it's kind of like a flower. It's like this flower is there, rooted, stable, and it's able to endure all of weather's natural occurrences. Meaning it allows all of them to come, and then it just still blossoms. It still blooms. And the other thing that's really a fun analogy that I always like is like flowers don't judge other flowers. They just bloom. I always liked that quote. It's cute. Anyways, that's all, folks, for today. I think I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of the hike without any phone with me. But what a beautiful, beautiful day it is. And I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to share. I'm grateful to embrace this breeze, this sunshine. It feels so good. All right, much love, tons of love. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you know you're special. You're so important. You're such a big piece of the puzzle. And yeah, just start wherever it is that you are. Okay, bye.